Hello everyone, my name is Pastor Lorena Pyle, and I'm here at the First Spiritualist Church to welcome you a very happy, wonderful Sunday. And we got to open up for a little while, but you know, the numbers are climbing, and so for the safety of everyone here at this beautiful church and our community, our loved ones, and all of you who come to the services. So I would like to thank all of you for joining us here this morning. And I have a speaker here with us, Jerome, Anthony Jerome. We'll definitely thank our speaker for being here with us today. And most importantly, welcome in Spirit and our guides, our loved ones, into our energy field. So let's just take a moment to be here and present and in the space. If you would just please close your eyes. Allow yourself to fully be here and present. This is your time to give back to you, to fill your cup. So take in a deep breath and exhale, breathing in love. Breathe in and exhaling love, and breathing in light and exhale light. Let your shoulders drop down. Open up your heart, your mind, your spirit. We thank you, wonderful Spirit, friend, beloved God, teachers, guides, angels, and loved ones, for joining us here today. We thank you for the opportunity to be able to receive, whether it's in person or over the internet, or however it is that Spirit works through us and is able to reach us at this time. Although we know there is no such thing as boundaries. As we invite our guide spirits and our angels into our vibration, we ask that you open up our senses so that we may receive the information given here today to bring peace, harmony, and light into our own lives. But bless us with the courage and the love to be able to reach out and spread this message that's going to be given today by Jerome to all of those who are seeking, to all of those who are searching for enlightenment and balance and peace in their life. So as you inwardly invite your angels and your guides, your higher power connecting in, take a deep breath in and feel that shift in energy. Feel that shift as it opens up and allows that space for your guides to enter in. We offer our highest blessings and our gratitude to all of our angelic loved ones. The word, the emotion, the feeling that I'm being impressed upon right now is openness. Openness and the will. We have the freedom to choose where it is that we go, who it is we speak to, how it is we want to feel, how we react to other people. But as I'm getting this energy of openness, I'm being asked to ask you, where is your field of openness? Where does this lie? Are you open to the blessings that are just lined up one after the other behind you? And you can't see them because you're focusing on the non-blessings in your life, or the blockages, or the I don't have enoughs, or what ifs, or I can't. Because there's a road either way that you can go down, but you're the one who's behind the wheel. You're the one that's driving. You're the one that has the ability to turn around at any time and take another road. If the road that you're on currently keeps helping you to repeat patterns of lack or sadness or anxieties or frustrations, then bit by bit and piece by piece, replace these with affirmations of positive energy. I can do this. I do know this. I'm excited for this. I don't know how this will all open up, but I know that the universe will open it up for me. You are the one that is in control of your destiny. And the freedom of will is so profound that we can create our own misery or our own joy, regardless of any circumstance or situation. Our own divine right allows us to open up and to receive blessings, whatever those blessings may be, whether it's health, money, relationship. But if you're not excited for that, if you're not trusting in that, if you're always in a place of denying that on your own self, then you're closing the opportunities, you're closing your own open road. So please, open up your spirit, open up your energy, opt for all these possibilities that are yours. We are God seeds, learning to be God beings, and anything is possible. Now take in a deep breath, and exhale, and thank you, wonderful Spirit. So today, I'm so excited to have Jerome with us here today, and oh my gosh, I don't even know how long we've known each other. It's been a minute, and I just know his mom, Reverend Marcella, has always just had the utmost respect and love and the most amazing things to say about her son, and we've kind of watched each other grow up here.
Yeah.
And I know that from my own experience, Jerome is a really gentle, wonderful soul who takes the time to listen. He works wonders with children because of his ability to be calm and connect with them on a beautiful, energetic level. I know he has many skills of healing and yoga and all these things, which are probably going to be on this paper. But I just wanted to tell you from my perspective, watching this young man grow up and me and the stuff that we've been through, it's really an honor and a privilege to be sitting here with you. And I'm really proud of everything that you've achieved and the man that you've become, the father, the son, the spiritual warrior. And thank you for being here.
Thank you. Thank you for having me. I feel honored to be here.
So, effulgence. Anthony Jerome's purpose here is to share an enlightened way of being. For Jerome, this is a way of being and connecting to source energy for healing, transformation, empowerment, and self-realization. In his presentations, workshops, and with the private clients, he channels healing and inspiration, as well as educating and motivating others. He uses his technique, an enlightened way of being, energetics, and meditation. Anthony Jerome is a clinical hypnotherapist, an energy healer, intuitive reader, meditation and mindfulness instructor. He is also a group exercise and fitness trainer and a yoga instructor. He enjoys guiding people to achieve their nutrition and wellness goals. Anthony Jerome has been doing this work professionally for 25 years. He connects to source energy to help people of all ages to clear severe pain and stress, all the way to elite athletic performance. Embodying this life's work of healing and health from college on, he is still competing at a high level of master's track and field. He keeps a daily inner practice of healing and meditation and has followed a vegan plant-based diet since 1990. So please help me in welcoming Anthony Jerome.
Thank you very much. Yeah, I'm happy to be here. Thank you for that intro. And I feel the same, and I feel that same right in here. I feel that same honor to sit with you, Lorena. So I'm going to share. It came to me just to share it in this way. The original name, and I'm hyping it up, I'm making a big claim. This is the original name of God, the original mantra I want to share with you. But it's an experience. It's the original name because it's the name before we had words to speak. And we're chanting the name from the time we were born, from the time we exist. All life chants the name. And I'm giving it away. I'm giving it away. But that's okay, because I'm going to give you the experience. Just follow me here. Just notice your breathing. But don't try to breathe. You don't have to try to do any particular breathing technique or exercise. Just notice your breath. That means letting the breathing be shallow, letting the breathing be deep. The breathing may pause, the breathing may even stop, but let that be okay. And you're just going to allow the experience of being breathed to arise. Now, if you're following along, allowing the experience of being breathed, see if you can allow the felt sense of being breathed to be felt through the whole body, the bones and the muscles, the nerves and cells, the brain and spine, arms, legs, being breathed all at once. You know, in essence, every cell in the body has an inhalation and an exhalation. So you're allowing your whole body to feel that experience of being breathed. This is you would through the nose and the lungs. Just allow the whole body to feel that cooling or restoring, rejuvenating experience. Feel what that feels like. And if there's any part of your body that feels tight or numb or holding back from the experience, don't breathe through it. Just bring awareness to that area. Relax and just wait for the breath to arise. There's a felt sense in that area. Be patient, it will, as you allow it. Now, as you're allowing that experience of being breathed, there's a felt sense, the mental body being breathed, the emotional body, the nervous system, the brain and spine, arms, legs, conscious open breathing. Notice I'm using the phrase, you are being breathed, because we are letting go of all effort in breathing by our own will, just for this moment. Just for this moment, let go of all effort in breathing and allow the experience of being breathed. And I'm using that phrase because we are being breathed then by a creative intelligence, the source of wisdom, power, grace, Father, Mother, God, you can call it that. But I'm just going to say we are being breathed by that source that moves and breathes all life into being. And you're feeling it now through the whole body. And just let the breathing just naturally arise and just feel what that feels like. You may come to a place in the body that feels tight or heavy or numb. The breathing may feel restricted or forced, may feel labored, and may stop altogether when you bring your awareness to a place, especially if there's some pain or discomfort. But just bring awareness to that place, relax, and allow the experience of being breathed and notice what that feels like. I like to say that we are being breathed by that universal creative intelligence and power that moves and breathes all life. That means that same source that is breathing our breath, is beating our heart, and is breathing, beating the hearts and breathing into being all life here in creation on the planet, is causing flowers to bloom, trees to grow, that same creative intelligence causing the sun to shine with splendor and radiance, the earth to rotate and orbit around the sun with perfect timing and intelligence, bring sunrises and sunsets of beauty and splendor that inspire. That same source that is moving and breathing all life is within us with perfect timing and intelligence, beauty and symmetry, splendor and radiance, that nurtures and nourishes all life is nurturing and nourishing us. And we're just experiencing it now through the breath. We are being breathed. That same source that is breathing our breath, as I said, is beating our heart, and is also working the internal organs, the immune system, all the various systems in the body, immune system, digestive system, nervous system, lymphatics, with perfect timing and intelligence, working towards our well-being. And this is happening without any effort on our part, saying to us, each and every one of us, every day and every moment, that source that moves and breathes all creation into being, Father, Mother, God, is saying, without conditions, I am nurturing you. I am loving you. And right now you are mindful and feeling the experience of being breathed by that source, my Father, Mother, God. And that's good news, because at any moment through the day, wherever we are, that source that breathes the breath and moves and breathes all life into being is there with us. And if just for a moment, if we feel overwhelmed, we're struggling, we are worried about the worst outcome happening, causing fear, anxiety, stress, we can go all the way back into that very place at the core of our being where we feel that fear and just relax. And you can let go. You can imagine the worst happening, which is usually death, You could imagine the worst happening, death, and just be there and have no effort on your part and relax and see if breathing happens. And if breathing happens, then Father, Mother, God is saying, yes, I am nurturing you. I'm loving you. And just feel into that. Now, you may notice as you bring your awareness to any part of your being that may be tense or tight, stressed, or maybe something on your mind, and so the breathing may stop altogether, feel labored or forced. That's because our breathing is not only a facilitator of that grace, that divine grace. Your breath is a tuning fork to let us know where there's parts of our being pinching off from grace. And so, as a healer, I like to look as the ability to heal the body as a metaphor for healing life. When we bring our awareness to a pain, the breathing becomes shallow. It may even stop altogether. We have had pain, strife happen to us where it takes our breath away. And if you bring your awareness right into that place, you can feel it, like if it's a stomach pain or a loss or a fear of a loss or a challenging situation of overwhelm. You can bring your awareness right into the place where you feel that stress, that tension, and you can feel the breath just become very shallow. And all that we have to do then, I'm going to say, don't try to breathe. Don't do any particular technique, but see if we can just completely be there with it. No effort, and just be. And open to being breathed. Open to that source where the breath arises from. That source of all splendor. The ability to accomplish, that moves and breathes all life. Does that complex taking care of that complex details of all life nurturing and nourishing all beings, from the plants and the trees, from the seed to the fruit that nurtures and nourishes all life. Inspiration and sunrises, sunsets, and views and vistas. That source that created all of that, at the core of our being, where we're feeling we fear the worst that might happen. Just relax and just open to the awareness that that presence is there as well. And just allow that source to give us the mantra. I say the original mantra is the breath. It is being said through us. Now you can say a mantra, and there are some powerful mantras. I'm not taking anything away from mantras and prayers. But this mantra is being said through us. Now you ascribe all the qualities of a powerful mantra. It gives life, it relieves suffering, it heals, brings inspiration, removes obstacles. But if you did the breathing exercise with me, you notice it did all of that. In real time, you can feel the release, the expansiveness, the openness that comes with just being with the original mantra, the breath. The original name of God is that breath. And that is being said without even words. And if we're mindful enough and really feel into the moment, you can feel it viscerally, creating openness, expansiveness. And not only air is coming in, we have to realize, I know you understand, it's not air coming in, right?
Energy.
Yeah, it's energy. That same source of energy to alleviate the pain, discomfort, create the openness in the space for healing, our empowerment and transformation. That same source that brings into alignment our being, as well as into alignment all the variables that are happening in our life for our well-being. That means even in our health and our fitness, our relationships, our finances, career. If it could take care of the minute details of how the internal organs work in every cell in the body, exchanging bionutrients for our well-being without us thinking about it, as well as moving the planets around the sun to create the seasons and nurtures and nourishes all life. Surely that source that moves that energy can move our health, all the variables related to our health and our fitness, relationship, finances. And just allow yourself just to embody that mantra, the breath, and just see what that feels like. You are being breathed into being. This planet, I pointed to this plant, and I said the planet, but it isn't true. The planet itself is breathing. And this plant is being breathed by that source. I had a wonderful meeting with this older gentleman on one of my trips to India, and from the tradition he was sharing with me, he was sharing that the original name of God is Yahweh. And I said, oh yeah. And he was sharing that, and you may have heard of that, from his tradition he said it is Yahweh. And then it turned into Jehovah. And he says everything is chanting the name of God. That's where I got that from. This wasn't an original. I tailored a little bit, but this wasn't my whole original thing. But I was inspired. I was inspired by this meeting of this gentleman. And I forget his name. He was older. And he said everything is saying the name of God. And the reason why they picked the name Yahweh was because if you listen to the breath, everything is saying Yahweh. And that's the name. That's the mantra. I said, oh yes. I can dig that. I like that.
Yeah.
Hmm. Another thing about the breath, I was told about the breath in mantra. In the Eastern tradition, mainly in Hinduism and the tradition of yoga, the whole purpose of their sadhana is somehow at the moment of death, when they're dying, they're going through that life review, and at the moment of death, the last thoughts that they have a great impact on their next birth after they pass on, and believing in reincarnation. And it's believed if you can think of the name of God, if the name of God comes to you, and you can feel into that as your refuge, then you get liberation, and you have a choice to come back. You get more freedom, and if you do come back, it highly impacts your next birth to be favorable to spiritual life. And so I was thinking, so the name, the mantra being the breath will be there, but will you be there with the breath? We just have to be mindful of the breath, because it just in this very moment, you can feel all the benefits, the experience, the energy of the mantra, of that breath, of that life energy, just by relaxing and allowing the felt sense of being breathed, allowing the mantra, the name of God, to be said through you and as you. Just take a moment and just feel into that. Wherever there's discomfort, you can bring awareness there and relax. And see if, as we relax and open to that source of all life, breathing will start to expand into that area. I'm just talking about it. So right now, as I'm doing it, just as an example, right now, the most tense spot where I bring my awareness and the breathing becomes more shallow is right here for some reason. Oh, you feel it there too?
I have it in my solar plexus.
Right here, I'm feeling it right here too. And so I'm just going to bring awareness to that place. And don't try to control the breath. I'm going to let the breathing it stops for a moment. It's really shallow. And in that very place, as I relax, I'm opening to that source of all life, source where the breath arises from. Without force, without judgment of the experience that I'm having, it doesn't work for me. No, just be with that. Keep your awareness right in the center of the most discomfort, where you feel it, where the breathing stops, or is labored or forced. And notice you are being breathed. Source is saying, yes, it is nurturing you. It is nurturing, healing, resolving all the sudden unconscious limitations. And that becomes a meditation. It almost just draws us inward. So now I can feel this area is less restricted. I can feel that life force, that energy, through the power of the mantra of the breath being breathed.
It's like instead of a masseuse, it's an energy masseuse.
Yes, God is massaging you.
Yeah.
Right there. Yes, and it created a space, an openness that you had mentioned.
Calmness, a gentleness. Yeah.
Yes, And it's not by force. And I want to share with you, I use a breathing exercise a lot, and if you come to the workshop, just leaving your, emailing me or texting me, I'll leave you the link to the Zoom, to the Zoom workshop on Zoom.
Perfect. And what time?
I will do this practice. We'll keep it at 1 o'clock. That's the regular time. We'll do it 1 o'clock on Sunday.
Yes.
Yeah, today. It would be, if you're watching this on Sunday, it'd be today.
Okay, so remember, at 1 o'clock, we'll have the information, should be right there for you on the screen, to email or text Jerome, and you will get a link to be able to go on to his workshop, and you'll be guided on how to get connected.
Yep. We're going to use the breathing. I'm going to do energy healing, intuitive readings, guide you to an inner process of transformation. Just come and share what you want to work on, and I'll share how to use this breath as well as some energy work. And the technique we call it is Enlightened Ways of Being, Energetics, and Meditation.
Perfect. Well, I would like to thank Jerome for sharing that with us, and I know that I had things that I had to work through in my young adulthood, and this is one of the techniques that I connected with in order to get away from all the medications and the different medicines that they give you for calming or for anxiety or for whatever, any kind of mental health. And I would never tell anyone to stop your prescription, stop seeing your doctor, but I'm just, putting this plug in because it was so helpful to me that when you start following this technique or this type of technique that Jerome is speaking of, you can actually alter the way your mind reacts to triggers or physical things in your life. And so when you start to learn how to use your breath work to pull you through what would normally create an anxiety, or even, I know different addictions can be, the urges for addiction can be replaced by using the breath work. Pain, I mean, they've been using this for hundreds of years with women who are giving birth. So now it's like the ability to use it in all aspects, to open up to the higher channels of spirit, to heal your body, to bring healing to another person. So this is really wonderful information, and hopefully when this epidemic and everything is over, we can have you back and then actually have a ceremony that this can be practiced and connected with you here in person.
That'd be great.
So
That'd be great. Thank
wonderful.
you for having me.
So without further ado, this is the time that we also give back to the church and share. I just want you to know how much First Spiritualist Church appreciates all your generous donations, no matter what they are. Your support and your love during this time are really helping to keep this facility open so that we have a beautiful place to come back to. So if you would please just join me in placing your love donation in your hand. And we have on the website, you'll see we have Venmo and PayPal and the U.S. mail and whatever it is that, and if you just want to send love or intention, prayers, light, just please put your hands together or your phone with your information on it and repeat with me. You can place it by your heart, whatever feels more comfortable. Divine love in me blesses this offering and increases my consciousness of peace and prosperity in my affairs. Divine love in me blesses this offering and increases my consciousness of peace and prosperity in my affairs. Divine love in me blesses this offering and increases my consciousness of peace and prosperity in my affairs. A wonderful spirit, We thank you for all the gifts, the intentions, the love, and the healing that have taken place here today. For all of the monetary gifts that are being sent in, we ask, wonderful Spirit, that they be blessed so that they be distributed for the highest and best good of the church. We are so thankful for every gift given, for every person that is connected here, right now, and those who couldn't make it here today. For all of these incredible blessings and those which will be returned 1,000-fold, we are extremely grateful, wonderful Spirit, and so it is. So I would like to remind you about Jerome's workshop, and also have you stay tuned for our music, which we have Gavin, and he'll be playing the didgeridoo. This is always a special treat. So on behalf of myself, Pastor Lorena, and the Board of Trustees, First Spiritualist Church, and of course, Anthony Jerome, we thank you so much for tuning in. Shall we end it with a beautiful heart explosion? So we make the heart explosion, and we just send it out to everyone. Ready, go.